Welcome to ANX Gamecast, level 107. I'm unbiased Ann, and I'm here with Genesis and Terrence. How's it going, guys?
It's going good.
Good.
What are y'all excited to talk about today?
Terrence?
What you got?
What? Huh?
He's like really thinking.
Yeah, we can talk about Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess for me it's Neon Genesis because it's so dope. What about you?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing? Two Animal Crossings, one Neon Genesis. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, you.
But one of these things is dope. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the social media thing real quick. Follow us at ANX Gamecast everywhere, social media, and anywhere you get your favorite podcast. Also, AVersion TV on YouTube.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. So if you want to get your podcast in a little bit different way or fashion, we got video of this. And I think I forgot to say this on the show before. Not only is this podcast available in the video version, but we have other shows on there also. So if you want to get more ANX Gamecast, go check us out on AVersion TV for the ANX Weekly Update and ANX Versus. Let's jump right into
Round one and talk about the anime that we're currently watching.
Terrence,
What you got?
So I just started this new anime. It's called Tower of God. It's like episode 1. They had 2 episodes, but you have pre, and then they had episode 1. And so it's about Bam, who had a friend who took care of him when he was younger. And she told him she was going to traverse this tower. And usually nobody returns once they partake in the journey to the tower. It goes a little bit further. He's older, but he still longs for her.
So she never came back, and then they skip ahead.
He knew she would never come back.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to get her. So as he's going to partake in the test to see if he can make it, he has to go into this and do a test. And there's this sea creature in there that it would devour you if it doesn't feel like you're worthy. And the princess of the tower, her name is Princess of Jihad. She goes and she gives him this sword. It's a 3-eyed sword, which he can call forth a being. And he passes the test, and then it went on to the next part of that. So it's been pretty good so far. It's not the anime style's a little different. So far it's been pretty good.
Where are you watching it?
Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not in.
Nope.
Oh man, come on.
But it's made by Crunchyroll, so it's their.
Okay.
That Crunchyroll partnered with Webtoon to make this, and here recently, Crunchyroll has been doing some of their own animes, so it's pretty good. And yeah, I think it's only sub right now.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean it won't. It depends on how well it does.
See, when I say that stuff on the podcast, people just tear my head off.
What?
When I say stuff like, we'll see if it's any good if it gets a dub. Because that's how that stuff works.
It's the way he says it. It's the way he says it.
I'm just saying. I said the same exact thing you just said, and people want to take my head off.
Yep.
It's like, if it doesn't do well, if nobody watches it, if it's not that great, nobody's going to invest money to dub it. But when I say it, it's like, it's something.
Always.
I'm like, okay.
It's always the way you say it. Nobody else say it your way.
I'm just saying. That's
Your
why
tone.
That's why I'm me. What you got? What you watching? Tower of God?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Dragon Ball Zeta. Okay, what's going on?
Gohan is fighting dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
He seems like he's learning how to survive.
Okay.
Oh, he fell into some hole
All right.
underground and met a robot. And so there's a lot going on. He's still crying a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And Goku's still trying to get to King Kai.
King Kai, Catfish.
Yeah.
Catfish King.
So it's coming along. I'm kind of ready for it to do something else now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long this is going to be focused on Gohan living in the middle of the woods, but I'm ready to kind of move the story along, as you like to say.
I say that?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's coming. It's you almost there.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's weird about it is going back and watching this, watching the original episodes of Dragon Ball Z, the the first few episodes, it's totally different. So I'm waiting to see if you really, really, really like these first two sagas, because I feel like the sagas after that are completely different than the first two.
It's funny to watch the animation, because even though it's remastered, they still, the way they draw it or whatever, it's like do like there's like this jerking kind of motion when sometimes they move.
Yeah, I think that was the art style back in the day.
Okay.
It calls for I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's a cheaper animation style.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I mean, this is old.
Mm-hmm. We just take an image and move the image across the screen versus having to animate a person actually running.
Right.
It's a way to cut costs.
It's kind of funny looking, but I get it. It's old.
It's old.
Yeah.
Speaking of old, but not as old, Neon Genesis Evangelion. We know Terrence hates it. We know he don't.
You don't hate it. You said last time.
I don't hate it.
We know he doesn't like good anime. It's okay. Well, maybe not good anime. He doesn't like great anime.
It's okay. It's okay. And
last time you said it was excellent. So now it's just okay. Oh, okay.
It's the words that are coming out of his mouth are really that vibration. So it's disturbing me.
Yeah.
So I can't really truly enjoy the anime, because every time I watch it, I think about the words that are coming out of his mouth, and I just be like, turn this off.
It's dope. So when you watch it, you turn on Neon Genesis and you hear me saying it's dope, and you're like, I'm gonna turn this off. Well, that don't make sense. But anyway,
it makes a lot of sense.
So I'm getting into it where they finally start talking about a fourth child, or the fourth children, in a new Ava suit. So that's where I'm at. So episode 17, 18, somewhere around there. So I'm getting close, and I think back and I look at my anime collection, and it's like I'm missing Neon Genesis, because I had it. I had the complete original series in that black box set, and then I sold it because they came out with the platinum edition, and I was like, I'm gonna get the platinum edition. And then it's like, I ain't got no money for no platinum edition, but now I've already sold my original.
Aww.
And I'm pretty sure they never put those original episodes out on Blu-ray discs, so I don't own Neon Genesis, so I'm having to watch this on Netflix. So I'm looking at my anime collection. It's like, it's incomplete. It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I would say inside joke, but that video is available now on YouTube.
When you look at your collection and feel sad, do you think of your Dragon Ball Z collection that
I think about it now that I have room for it. But I mean, literally when I got rid of my Dragon Ball Z tapes, like the full blown picture that it makes when you put them all book in.
Right.
I didn't have room. I did not have room for them anymore. And it's like, so do I regret it now, 10 years later, that, since I threw them away? Yeah. But at the time it was,
you had a reason. It wasn't just like, I'm just going to get rid of this.
Yeah. At the time it was definitely necessary. So it's like,
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all ready to get in round two?
Yeah.
We are.
Let's do this.
Round 2.
All right, so conversation. Today's conversation won't be jumping on Terrence. It might. I don't know, because I don't know how Terrence feels about Animal Crossing. So today's conversation is more about, I don't know if you all experienced this, but I would like to know if you have. So Animal Crossing, I'm not going to get into the review yet. That's coming in round 3. But I do see a lot of people who get a super, super attached to this game, and they feel like the characters in this game is actually their friend. Like they actually think like Tom, Nook, and these people are actually their friend. And it's like, if they don't go talk to their friend today, they kind of get sad and they might even get depressed. So the conversation topic for today is, when is it unhealthy? When does being attached to a video game and the characters in the game become like a super unhealthy thing? Where's the line drawn? Because that's strange to me.
Yeah.
I can't relate.
I don't know. I kind of think it depends how far they're actually going, because I don't know if I can relate to that. I don't feel like I'm like for real friends with these characters, but I have been guilty in the past of watching TV shows and getting really wrapped up in things that are going on. And even my mom used to make fun of me because she'd be like, this is not real life. And I'm like, I know that, But there's still a part of you that like the more you watch it, the more you get invested in characters. But that's more my personality. Your personality is very much opposite of that. So I'm not surprised that you think this is really weird.
Well, but what I will say is I'm assuming that these people who play Animal Crossing and feel this way about these characters don't have that person there to tell them, hey, snap out of it. This is not real life.
Yeah, maybe
go
they
out and
don't.
play with your friends.
Yeah.
Or go call Susie. Call your cousin. Do something. Like I guess maybe I'm not saying they don't have people in their lives. I'm saying they just don't have people in their lives paying enough attention to be like, yo, this isn't real. You need to go do something else. You get too caught up with all this.
I wonder if it's the timing of everything, since people can't get out and like interact with people.
But I would give that some kind of pass. I don't know about a full pass. Maybe 20% off admission pass.
Okay.
But it's but no, the people who are super connected, I feel like with this particular game, they were connected with the last
one
game.
Yeah.
Like you hardcore into this and you really, really are invested and love these characters like they are your actual friends.
Well, I don't want to get into the game review, but this is my first time playing Animal Crossing, and I will say there is something going on with me where I can't get enough of this game. Like I constantly, I constantly want to be logged in playing this game, and it's weird. I almost feel like I haven't felt like this in a really long time about a video game. So maybe there's just something about the game that's kind of, if you're into it, there's something kind of like almost addictive about it. You constantly want to be doing and talking and running around. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get addictive aspects to games, but I mean, as far as being attached to characters, Terrence, what you got? What you got on this?
Yeah, I'm not attached. So I feel like they talk too much, so there's no attachment to me.
And you don't like their voice.
Yeah, because I really feel like it's like this is the new Charlie Brown voice.
Yeah.
So it's that, and it just is like, oh God. So anytime they say, "Do you have something to do?" Sure do. In the conversation, which is cool. So where you don't get attached, all you're doing is doing the task. So you never build in any kind of attachment because really what you're trying to do is just play.
Yeah.
So I would say that it is an unhealthy attachment. As soon as you say, I need to talk to Tom Nook today.
Yeah. I miss Tom. Yeah. I think if there's like a little bit, I mean, I will say like I do enjoy talking to all my little island friends, but not for an extended amount of time. But I want to make sure that I'm, whatever, I get to each one of them.
Oh, you talk to them every day?
Yeah.
So I talk to them only when I need them. Kind of crazy, but only when I need them.
Yeah.
So if they don't look like they got something to tell me,
if you don't look like you got something to tell me, we're good.
We're not talking.
So but I do think there is a level, like if you get to a point where you really think, I don't want to say you think these people are real, but if it's too much to where you are really, really feeling attached to these people, you probably need to like take a mental break on that. Step away.
So this is my first time experiencing Animal Crossing. I did not play this. It's not my thing. Won't catch me catching fish.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the other ones are is my point.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I feel like this game is possibly taking advantage or trying to exploit these types of people. I don't know how friendly the friends were on the old game, but this one, it seems like they're fully embracing the fact that I'm making this game. People will feel like these people are actually their friends. So yeah. I'm going to put text in actions for the characters in the game to kind of take advantage of that situation.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. The developers or whoever is going to definitely capitalize on people that are more vulnerable to getting attached because they want them to keep playing.
Right.
They want them.
I don't know how I feel about that specifically.
Well, but I feel like every company that they try to somehow capitalize on stuff like that always.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I don't think it's to the unhealthy mental experience. I don't think it goes that far.
I really feel like if people had another venue or the ability to be out and about, they would. Now, not everybody, because some people will like this regardless, and they will still have that, Tom Nook is talking to me. But the average person, if they had an outlet, they would be out. They would be out moving around. We all would. Yeah. But we can't. So we.
But that don't mean you can't. That don't mean you can't call your friends, your real friends in real life. Don't mean you can't FaceTime them. That don't mean you can't Skype them. You can't talk to them on Xbox Live.
I want to talk to them.
I'm just saying.
Well, either way, if you really think these people are your friends, and you really are fully invested, your emotional health is invested or reliant upon interacting with these characters, then that's not good, I would say.
Right. I won't say either way. If this is your game, which I have learned, and this is the type of game that you like, and this is the type of interaction you like, and because a lot of stuff is read, it's not like they are having full blown conversations. It's all
speaking of red, we're all in red today.
So it wasn't planned either.
Nope.
I have a lot of people who enjoy it. They enjoy the texting. They enjoy that portion of it. Mm-hmm. Do what you do.
Because I feel like the, I like games normally that there is interaction. There's a story and there's interaction with characters, and not texting when they're actually like talking to the person, which I will say I felt like I got a little invested in the characters in like Fallout 4, Codsworth and, Nick Valentine, like there's a whole bunch of them. And now again, I will say not to the point where I really thought, we have to talk to these people or I'm going to be upset today. But it was one of those, every time Codsworth would show up, I'd be like, oh my God, Codsworth. Like I would get excited. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Maybe people that's just their thing. They like, and maybe some people, there is that kind of, what's that word? Stereotype of gamers, that they are kind of social, maybe have social issues or they're more reclusive,
social awkward.
Well, that's why I said I feel a certain way about a game that's now seemingly specifically being designed to target those types of people and those emotions and try to emulate this, real friend experience. And it's like, these are not your friends. These are not real people.
Yeah.
Like, I think it could possibly make, I don't want to say make the people worse, but I think the socially awkward consumers of the product, it could make that situation worse.
Yeah.
Because now you're really backing yourself into a corner where you're still not learning those basic social skills. This game is not teaching you those basic social skills.
But I think there's so much in life that is doing that. The fact that you can just you can buy games online now. Now you don't have to go to the store. You can order food online. You can order groceries online. People who are socially awkward or that don't like to go out, because not all people that are socially awkward don't like to go out. I'm not trying to pair that together. But if you are socially awkward and you don't really like interacting with people, as more and more time goes by, we're making it easier and easier for people to not have to interact.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing, especially during this time. So yes, it's not something I would do, but there are a lot of games that I do play a lot of multiplayer games, and so I get my interaction through the mic and having conversations on what's going on or how's your life or whatever. We don't have to get out, but I can, hey, what's going on online. This one is more, because it's single player, your interaction is more with
just those characters.
Yeah. So I'm indifferent. I wouldn't. I love you, Tom Nook. No, that's a little weird, but I've heard people say it.
Yeah.
On one of our previous podcasts, we even talked about people getting married.
Yeah.
Through the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So people like it, and I don't think that I don't think it's an exploitation because they didn't have to get married online. It felt it was cute. And he was okay with it. She was okay with it. And they got married online. Now, once everything is said and done, hopefully they'll get married for real.
Yeah.
I would hate for that to just be like, oh, we got married in the game. We don't need. No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Go on do that paperwork. But I don't think that, hopefully, the conversations don't make this. I want to say this.
What?
So I'm trying to make sure I say it the right way. Hopefully, just because you have interactions online with other people, because you go to people's island, but outside of having conversations with the 3 and the owl and the goat and the penguin.
Oh, what? I don't have a goat and a penguin.
Now y'all getting too deep into the review. What you trying to say?
No. This just that I wouldn't count that as a review. Just that is the interaction you have is with those characters. That should not be deemed as a bad thing. It's a game. Even though I wouldn't do it if I don't want to say it's really exploiting. Just now I think things will give us about 2 months and I don't think we'll still be having the same conversation.
Well, so you don't think it's exploiting when the characters in the game specifically say things to try to make them feel like they are your friend. Not like I have a character like if we playing Final Fantasy VII, not that Tifa is trying to act like she's Cloud's friend. No, these people are trying to act like they are your friend.
And I guess I don't
think that's an exploitation, though. I think that's probably...
It's a comfort level.
Well, I mean, this game has been around for a long time. Animal Crossing has been around for a long time, which I didn't even realize. And I think probably this is just one of those games that they realized there are a certain group of people, but there's always every product that's made, there's always a group of people that are like, oh, this is who our main, what do you call it? Audience is, and I think they realize this is a different type of game. We have all these different genres and all these different some people like fighting, some people like MMO, some people like whatever. They just realize we have a certain audience for this group. If people are having some weird attachment, then that's not good. I can't, though, accuse the company of truly trying to exploit that. Are they going to capitalize on it? Yeah.
I don't know. I guess my thing is, I know they have different types of games in Japan that they don't have here, but the whole create a friend and be a friend experience genre is not one that I'm familiar with here in the United States. First person shooter, fighter, like those are genres of games, but
oh, okay. So there's no other
get in a video game and make a friend and hang out with your friends inside.
Well, this is also kind of a kid game, though. Are there other?
Well, so let me say
games?
this: I'm pretty sure there are games to get in the game and make a friend, but I just can't think of them up right now. But there have been games in the past that have actually, come on, make a friend. I'm trying to remember.
Well, I mean, that's kind of going more towards my point, though.
But this is I don't
like that's not a norm. Like if you go look up like default genres of games, like that wouldn't be one of them. You see what I'm saying? So I can't really classify it as a genre of game as far as like going in and making friends. Like it's just that type of game.
Well, no. It's a simulator. It's a simulation.
A friend simulator.
Well, no. Just the game in general is a friend simulator. I'm saying a simulator. And so in being in a simulator, it simulates not just the life of the game, but all aspects. And one aspect of the game is being a friend. Now, I don't know if Sims is that way, but I'm pretty sure there are other games that kind of encompass you to become some type of friend or develop some type of friendship within the game.
See, I don't play Sims. I don't know.
I feel like they have friendship meters in games, but that's usually a secondary thing, a third thing, a fourth thing. That's not the main point of the game. It's, and it's not even a huge, part of the game, because a lot of times you can get through the game without even, creating a deeper bond with the other characters.
Well, but that's what Terrence is doing. I mean, not to get back.
What's he doing
on that? He talks to him very often, so he's still getting through the game without developing,
Correct.
that friendship.
Yeah, but the whole point of the game. And let's go ahead and jump into round 3. How about we do that?
Let's do it, because we keep kind of inching that way.
Round 3.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I apologize. I keep having to clear my throat. Hopefully, I'm not getting sick.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay.
Anyway, you might not be talking to people on, because you don't care whatever they're saying or whatever they're not saying. But still, the whole point of the game, from what I can see so far, is trying to make friends and get them to come live with you on this island. Yep. So, like the whole, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I cannot figure out what the point of this game is. I don't understand what the point. I don't understand what the end game is here.
So the point for me is this, and I can't speak on.
No, I mean, well, we can talk about the point for you, but I want to know,
generally speaking.
Yeah, I want to know what the general.
It's a simulator. So it basically, the premise of the game is you fly out to a deserted island, mm-hmm. and you set up shop. So you set up how you're gonna live and set up how things are gonna go for you while you're living on this island.
I guess my question is, how do you beat the game?
I don't think there's an end. When I play this game, I don't feel like there's an end.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's an end either. I mean, I know.
What's this, Centipede? What is this?
I know I'm at the point where they're trying to get this artist to the island, mm-hmm. and that you know that's been a thing for a while. They've been pushing, get more people here, get more stuff on, decorate the island, clean it up, do these things so that this singer will come here. That's where I'm at. I finally got to that point, and now the singer's coming, but I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen after that, because I'm not trying to stop playing. But I wonder if Tom Nook will bring up a new goal after that. Now we're going to try to get this to happen. Mm-hmm. So you need to go do these things so that we can get that to happen. I don't know.
Look, this is like The Walking Dead. I don't really feel like there's an end to this game. I'm not as far as you, mm-hmm. But I'm doing my Easter stuff,
yeah, and
building. I actually got a real shovel and a real axe now.
Good.
Because everything in the beginning was flimsy. It would be and so they've done those things in games before, where you go out, you build your tools and they break. So that aspect isn't new. They got the Chuck Mangione with the jazzy make you feel at ease and at peace.
Did you get a house?
Yeah, I got a little.
Well, let me ask this then, because I don't want to get too far away from it. You say it started off by you going to a deserted island, but it turned into you running the deserted island. And I was like, it's like you're going on vacation, but you're going on vacation to or retirement or vacation, whatever you want to call it, to an island, but it just turns into work.
Yeah.
Like all you do is work.
But I like it. I mean,
it's like, why doesn't Tom do anything? He's seemingly the person running the show here, but he doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Because they're essentially trying to get you. That's how you play the game. So
Tom invested money in you, and I think it said in an early portion of the game he invested in it. So that's why you owe the money. He brought everybody here, and then you can either pay him with the miles, mm-hmm. or you can pay him with the gold. I prefer to pay him with the gold, because then I don't have to worry about doing all of the little sub stuff.
Yeah,
which I hate.
See, and I do it like constantly. I keep getting so many miles because I'm just doing so much stuff. Planting flowers, planting trees, digging up trees, catching fish, catching bugs, catching butterflies, going to other islands like over and over and over again, bringing stuff back with me, talking to people. Because the more people you talk to, the more stuff you get. Like, and if you give them a gift, they'll give you a gift. And then now I can invite other Amiibos to the island, and they always will give you a recipe for something.
So,
but I can see where like a true gamer probably wouldn't like this game. Somebody who really games, because it's pretty basic.
Well,
and it's tedious.
Well, no, everybody that I know and everybody that I've been to the island are actual friends, right? And so they have helped me a lot. That's how I was like. They have like a store that all it has is DIY. So I can basically what I did was if it's something I needed, they just told me to buy the card, and I would buy their card in their town, and then I go home and make it on my little workbench, and then I could progress.
Okay.
Yes, I went out and found the fossils.
Yeah.
Yes, so we could build the museum.
Yeah.
Yes, I went out and built my little house, because I gave him his stuff. Now I haven't got the tiles for the floor. I think they gave me something for Easter.
Yeah.
And then they started to give me stuff that I don't have anything for. But I know planted bamboo trees, and even like some of the things that get me. I dig a hole. When I dig a hole, if I'm not lined up right with the hole, it'll dig another hole.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably one of my biggest complaints on here is you have to be on so many things. You have to be lined up exactly,
correct,
perfectly to the millimeter. It is so annoying. It's just even if you want to like get on your workbench, you have to be exactly in the right exact spot. And it's like, okay. And then, digging the hole or trying to sweep the hole with your foot or trying to go in the door. Or even if you're not lined up at the tree exactly right, you'll just swing instead of like shaking it.
And you have to be patient with this game. This is a patient game.
Yeah.
Because if not, you fill up all the holes that you have in your backpack and your pockets. You have 8, maybe 20 slots in your pocket where you can put stuff in, and they're quick to be like, oh, your pockets are full, so you can't put anything in here. So then you got to go to your house, you got to unload all of this stuff and throw it all over the floor and then come out. So it is a sim game. And if you like Sims, not the game, but simulators, when it comes to game, or you do them on your phone, or you just have that where I like to plant trees, bushes, flowers, or if I want to come visit you, I have to make sure you're either online or I have some direct contact to you. So since we didn't want to talk about it before, if I'm playing or I want to play with you, I have to either send you a message regularly or somehow get in contact with you so that you can open your gates, or I'll never be able to come to your island. Your gates have to be open online.
Oh.
Your gates have to be open online in order for me to come to your island. If not, your name won't even pop up.
Yeah, see, I haven't done that yet because I don't know. You're the only person I know playing this game. I don't know anybody playing this game.
So it's funny you say that about the being patient and if you like planting flowers and all that, because I got a whole different take of the game. It doesn't matter if you like doing those things or not. To me, this is really super based off of like time management.
Oh yes, big time.
Is big in this game.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing I got from it, as far as if you want to learn how to manage your time better, or if you want to use your super time management skills to progress in a game, like this is a good game for you.
Yeah, because I will say one of the problems I have is what I should do, because every day I come out and I have all these things I need to do. And I start to do them, but then like something distracts me. I'm like, oh, there's a butterfly I know that's worth a lot, so I got to go get that real quick. And I'm like, okay, now
or fish. Or a fish,
whatever. But if I'm running around and I'm like, oh wait, I need to go ahead and get those apples or those oranges or those coconuts. I need to go ahead and hit the tree with the axe so I can get the eggs out of the tree. Oh wait, there's eggs on that tree. Let me get that. Oh wait, there's something shiny on the ground. Let me get that. And before I know it, I'm like, now I'm full. And I've upgraded my bag. I paid like the whatever to upgrade it. But I still find myself constantly running back and forth from the museum to the store, back to my house. Oh, now something broke, so now I got to go back to my bench. And it's just a constant, oh, wait, I found another thing in the ground. And now I got to go back to the museum. Okay, you don't need it? Okay, I'm going to go sell it then. It's hard. If you are super good about not getting distracted, then you can do things a lot faster because you do one task at a time and you finish that task, then you move on to the next one. But I get distracted by stuff and I'm like, oh.
So what I started doing is this. I got me a shovel. You can basically bury anything. So I bury my clothes, my shoes. I just bury them in the ground.
Yeah.
And I have little X's on there where I can go back at a later time. That empties out their stuff for me, and it allows me to do what I need to do. I've only been to 2 friends' islands. One has bananas or something, and then the other one has peaches.
What does your island have?
Apples.
Oh, okay.
Plain Jane apples.
Apples are worth the most on my island.
And I wasn't gonna go back and start the game over so I could get another fruit.
If I'm not mistaken, though, the fruit that's native to your island is only
the cheapest, probably.
Is worth $100.
Yeah.
The fruits on other islands are worth $500 on your island.
And then I think what Sundays is turnip day.
Yes.
And you can get all the turnips.
Yep.
And then turn around and
sell them.
Right. And so here's the thing about money that I don't like. You get a bag of money, that bag of money can't be put together as one. And that kind of makes me mad because, like, if I have an empty slot, all my branches can be put together.
Oh, yeah. There's some items that take up its own slot.
So it's a lot of quality of life stuff that needs to be done with this game. And it's like I said, I've never played one of these games before. So it's just like, I don't know what they were thinking when they didn't do some of this stuff. Like the inability to craft items from your storage.
Oh, yes. I hate that.
It's like, what? The inability to, like, I don't want to say multi-select because you can in certain screens, but certain ones you can't. Certain items you can bundle together.
Yep.
Some you can't.
Well, and even like when you're going to sell something to Timmy or Tommy or whatever, you sell it and then they're like, okay, thanks, bye. So I'm like, wait, I'm not done. Whereas in other parts of the conversation, like if I go up to them and I'd say, I just want to check turnip prices. They'll give me the turnip prices and they'll say, is there anything else you need to do? If I ask them what the hot item of the day is, they'll tell me and they'll say, is there anything else you need to do? But if I select, I want to sell and then I'm done selling, they're just like, bye. They don't offer me anything else. And I'm like, now I gotta like
start the conversation over again.
Yeah, that kind of gets on my nerves.
And most of the conversations are really, really long because, again, these people are your friends. So they always have to greet you a certain way and they have to always show their personality in every conversation that you have because they are your friends and they're your close personal friends. Anyway. Even the camera angles from what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Not being able to switch camera angles to be able to dig a hole in a specific spot that you want.
Yeah, because some of them are kind of hidden.
Or just some sort of aiming indicator, like I'm aiming at that spot, or a grid-based indicator, like this particular grid is highlighted green, so I know if I dig, it's gonna. It's just little stuff like that that doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a game. It's not like this is a new game.
No. Right, not at all.
So how do you have all of these? I don't want to call them flaws. It's just, again, quality of life stuff that needs to be added to the game.
I think one of the biggest things I really wish that when you go to your workbench, you could pull from your storage that's inside your house.
Correct.
Because I started, just to save time, I started dropping everything on the ground right outside of my bench so that if I needed something, I could just turn around and grab it. Well, then they complained that I'm leaving stuff on the ground. So... because have they built the you know how Tom Nook is that was in a tent? Is he still in the tent?
No,
he got the new building.
It's in production.
Okay, so once you go into that new building, there's gonna be 2 people working in that building, Tom Nook and then Isabella or something, I forget her name. Well, she handles island evaluations, as they call it, because the point is you want to keep everybody happy. And she'll tell you things that you need to work on to make your island better rated. And one of the things she mentioned to me is that there's stuff on the ground. And so I was like, she's talking about all my stuff. I know she's talking about my stuff. So then I had to pick it all up and put it in the house. Well, now every time I need something, I got to go back in the house. I got to grab it, come back out, make what I need, go put it back up in the house because I need the space to collect stuff. So that's become super tedious. I really wish they had something you could pull from.
And another thing with not only that, but people will complain about other things on your island or recommend or suggest that there will be other things happening, right? I want some different food, or I want a bench to sit on, or I want this and that. And if you don't provide them, guess what? They'll want to leave.
Yep.
But like I said earlier in round 2, these are your close personal friends now. And you're super attached to them. So now what are you going to do? You're going to do everything in your power to make sure that they don't leave because they are your friends. again.
And if you make the Easter stuff and you give it to them, I don't know if you got to that point where, because it takes a while, you have to talk to them every day, and then you'll get to a point where you can give them something and then they can give you something back. But if you give them any of the Easter stuff you make, they'll pay you for it. And it's worth more than what's in the store.
So ANX pro tips, patience, like Terrence said, if you're out there catching bugs, just put them in your storage. Somebody will eventually come around that pays you big money for bugs.
And they don't die. It's the one thing. You put them in a box, they don't die.
Right.
Fish, same way. That's just how I would approach the game if I were playing it. I'll put everything away until I need it, or the opportune time comes up where it's like, yo, this is the best time to use these resources.
Yep. And that's what I've started to do. I mean, you did bring it up, but I started once the guy showed up to buy fish and another guy showed up to buy bugs, and they paid like 1.5 times the amount, I started saving all of my stuff. Whereas I was just cashing it out. As soon as I got it, I cashed out. But today they're having a fishing tournament, and the guy's buying all the fish 1.5 times. So all the fish that I had saved, I turned it in and got like $40,000.
Oh, bells.
40,000 bells, zenny,
Yeah.
gill.
I just call them dollars.
Scraps, green, cheese, cheddar.
Dead presidents.
Okay. Yeah, so I think doing some of those, but here's the other flip side to that. For example, you didn't want to drop anything off at the Dropbox because you get less money.
Right.
However, sometimes dropping it off at the Dropbox could save you the time that it would take to run way across the island and put everything in storage and to sort all that stuff out when you could have just dropped it and kept catching. Like, that's another like tactic that people could use. Maybe don't worry about maximizing everything all the time. That's when I say the time management comes into play. Like, I could spend 10 minutes to run across the island and sort items and put this stuff up, or I can just sell it now, and the stuff I caught on the way back to my storage could make up some of the money that I lost by selling it at a reduced rate, just to do it quicker.
I'll just go. I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to get as much money as possible because I'm building bridges, I'm building inclines, I'm buying stuff. Like I want to keep the game moving with new stuff. So I'm trying to get as much money as possible. I'm not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's something to be said where you could possibly make more money by maximizing like the time as opposed to maximizing the money. Prioritizing the money, you could make more money by prioritizing the time is what I'm saying. So for example, the example that I was using earlier today was there's money to be made by you catching fish and bugs up on the top of your ridge, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have a fast way to get up there.
Right.
So there's some times where it's like, oh, there's an expensive butterfly up there. So let me do my power pole, go across the river. Now I got to put my ladder up.
Yeah.
And now I got to put my ladder up to get to the third spot. By the time I did all that, it's gone.
Yep.
You could have caught 2 or 3 butterflies along the way, right? Are they worth as much as the big one up on the top? No, but sometimes you didn't even get the big one on the top.
And there's no shortcut button either.
There's no what?
Shortcut button.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Terrence like shortcuts.
Hey, when they need it, they need it. And so basically for anything, so if there's a butterfly floating around, you like, oh, I want to catch it. There's no way to just pull out your net.
Yeah.
You have to go through your pocket first and then put everything, the other one away, and then do it. And sometimes, like you said,
no,
there's a button.
There's a button. If you, the plus sign, if you press right or left, it'll shift through every tool.
The D-pad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're fine. I understood what you're saying.
Yeah, but if you press,
there is a plus sign though.
But if you press right or left though, it'll go through your tools and it'll switch them out.
But you got to push the plus first.
Well, you just press right or left.
Right on it's going to go through them whatever order they're in your storage.
Okay.
So the problem with that is
you got to put them in your storage.
No, I mean in your pockets.
Oh, okay.
The problem with that is though, if you got 8 tools in your pocket, it's going to go through all of them until
and
you
sometimes
get to,
it's like
So sometimes it might be faster to just pull up the pockets.
But I did figure out a way too to open up your pockets and you can move stuff so that you can have like all your tools in a certain order. And that way, if you memorize it, you'll know which direction to go.
So you know how many times to click the D-pad.
That's some effort though. I mean.
So for me, and so this is a different role. So usually it's me playing and she's watching. I mean, I fell asleep on this game every day.
Yeah.
Like I can't and
I'm not surprised. I know this is boring for you.
With this. It seems like at the end of the day, and I think we read an article. We read the same article. At the end of the day, all I'm seeing is people fishing and catching bugs all day.
But you know
what? For the most part, the majority of the time is spending just randomly walking around gathering resources. That's what I see. Like the majority of the time, that's what you're doing. So it's like.
Well, and you know what? I've read this, and it was funny because when the first time I saw it a couple of weeks ago, I was like, yeah, or maybe a week. I don't even know how long I've been playing this game. I feel like I've gone down a rabbit hole in this game. Like like I said earlier, I am like obsessed with this game. Like I love it. And maybe because it's so basic. I mean, it's easy for me to play and I like it. And
I'm fighting it. I am truly fighting this game. I'm trying.
Yeah.
And the friends that I have that play this game are like, Terrence, come to our island, catch the flight and fly over to our island.
Yeah.
But you got to I got to catch you at what time you're on.
Yeah.
So that you can open your gate. Mm-hmm. So I can even come to your island. So if you work or have a full-time job, then it's not as open.
Yeah.
It's not as open. And I don't like the mechanics of, did I dig a hole right there? Was I trying to dig a hole? And you can say it's tedious or it doesn't matter, but if you try to cover it up and you don't do it right, you'll jump over it.
Yep.
And sometimes I have like a couple of places it's kind of spotty on my island. The holes are just there. I'm not gonna fill them.
Wait, what you say?
Holes.
Oh, okay. Woo. Family friendly.
So who did you bring to the island?
Holes with the L. But I can't. I'm trying. I promise you, I'm trying to play it, and I will play, and that music will start, and I'll sit down, and then the music keep playing, and I sit down. But now my hand is getting weak and it's getting, and my energy is leaving me. Then I set the switch on the floor. So then when I wake up, switch on the floor.
I mean, to me, this feels like a kid's game. It feels like a little kid would be playing this. Maybe not like I'm not saying like a 7-year-old, but maybe, I don't know, somebody in middle school or something, like a girl in middle school. I don't know. I feel like this, it's so easy. So I can see where like most people who are really into gaming would never like this or want to play it.
But that's where I also came up with the idea that we were talking about last week, which is now that you've played this and some of the basic controls are literally the basic controls for mostly all games. You know, a lot of games aren't that complicated. So I was talking about it anyway. You could play Final Fantasy 14 with us. Because a lot of the same stuff that you're doing in that game, you can do in 14.
Yeah. I will say one thing I don't like, but this is more of a Switch issue because I'm used to the Xbox controller and the A and the B are backwards. And I hate that. And I still, even today, I'll hit the wrong button. And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to hit that.
Well, imagine trying to play something on PlayStation now.
Yeah.
Trying to learn 3 different controllers.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then you're going to go back to Pokemon Go and not know how to tap the screen.
I know. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? But I was going to say that, again, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot going on in the, right now in the world. And, Genesis and I watch the news all day long, all day. Because we're sitting here and we work our full-time job and we got the TV on and we're watching CNN basically all day long. So we always know what's going on.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. It's a lot to digest.
It is a lot to digest.
It's not.
Because
we talked about it. It's really not if you know how to sort through it and not listen to the nonsense.
Yeah, but still, it's a lot coming at you all the time.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. But at the same time, I look forward to getting off and kind of going into fantasy land, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, you can judge me if you want. It's nice to kind of, well, no, we've talked about this before because you've said video gaming is your stress relief. You know, you like to play it and you kind of step away from all the whatever going on.
Yeah, I just don't pretend like the people in the game are my friends.
Right. So I feel the same way. I feel like it's kind of like a fantasy land where I can just go in here and I can play for hours and hours and hours, and it's soothing to me. It's relaxing. I'm not thinking about what's going on. I'm just playing this game. And I almost feel like this may have been perfect timing for this to happen. And then I've seen articles about that as well. Like, this is the perfect quarantine game. And people are, you know, feeling the same way I'm feeling playing this game. It's kind of just an escape.
Yeah, but I would also caution people, like, there is real stuff going on. Like,
right. You can't live there.
Can't live there.
Yeah.
Like, even though that's what all you do in the game is live on an island.
Right. But you have to acknowledge that, yes, there is a real world. There are things going on. And this is just a temporary getaway.
It's a patch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If you like this game, I love that.
Yeah.
If you
He's like, I'm happy for you.
happy.
But
If you like to catch fish and you like to run around your island, slow pace. It's not like you're running, but you like to run and catch butterflies, or Tom Nook, he doesn't like the butterflies or the bugs, and
the owl doesn't.
Yes, the owl.
Yeah.
Even though that's don't anyway, whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't like bugs and butterflies.
And, but owls eat bugs, and pretty much. So I mean, I just I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with the pace, and if you miss, then and now you have the pedals, the pink pedals.
Which I read that yesterday was the last day you can get the pink pedals.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it made that with that like lunch.
Yeah.
It was a lunch you can make.
The picnic. Yep. I made it.
You know, there's a lot of times with a lot of games that we kind of go back and forth and we say this game was made for what it was. We didn't expect the graphics to be like beautiful.
Right.
This is truly a Nintendo game with the little characters or whatever. But when I see some of the characters running around with their little dookies on, because you can your clothes. You can change your clothes, or you can wear the Easter egg suit, or so it's basic, but there's a lot of things you can do. Yeah. It just has to be a lot of things you want to do. Right.
Well, and I feel like I like having I have implemented a little bit of strategy in this game as far as money. So what I started doing is I started logging, like I had on my phone, I keep a list of...
You have a ledger?
I have a ledger of what everything costs, or not costs, what they'll pay for. Like
I saw you doing that one day and I was like,
Yeah, so, how much I get for each thing.
So back in the day, when I would play games with Matt all the time, shout out, we knew that's when the game was getting real, when we get that piece of paper out and start writing down stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even when I when I hop to the other islands and I'm collecting stuff and I run out of space, I'll pull some of it. I just know in my head, but some of it I'll pull it out. What's worth most here? Oh, this fish is nothing. You got to go. You know. And
so now get on her for counting squares.
No, I do.
That is the counting of squares. That is to the Mario Party. That's the same. And so,
hey, if I'm spending 2,000 miles, if I'm spending 2,000 miles to hop to another island, I'm going to make it worth it. And I'm going to get my money out of that trip.
Trying to win.
I'm just trying to get money so I can keep.
Yeah, because there's not a. This is not a win-win. This game is not win-win. And on that purpose alone, that's why I think it does well, because it's not a. This game is. If it's competition for you. Yeah. It's not competition with someone else.
Regardless if it's competition for you or somebody else, a good way to win that competition is to get more bells.
You're going to always win on the island with whatever you go to them. No, you're not, because
people trying to leave. Like the whole point right now in the game was to get people to come to the island so the singer.
The
singer will come.
So I'm not at the point.
That's okay. But people are now saying, no, I want to leave because you don't have X, Y, and Z here.
Yeah.
So how are you going to get your singer to come
Yeah.
Because since you like R&B and it's 2020, how you gonna get Drake to come? Because he ain't no hip hop, he ain't no rapper anyway.
Yeah. So what
how you gonna get Drake to come and everybody trying to leave your island?
So if you go to the little ATM and you buy the ticket, right, and then you go to the airport and you say I want to use my Nook Miles ticket, you'll just go to a random island. And there's people there, so you can invite them. So you keep going and you keep inviting people to come to your island.
I haven't made it before.
Yeah,
I think I put in more hours because I'll play, but because everything is so slow, you can make sure you water your plants.
Yes.
Make sure you water your trees every morning. If I get on in the morning, there is if I get on in the morning, he'll stand at the microphone and say, "Hey, good morning," blah blah blah. If I get on at night, he say, "Hey, good afternoon."
Whatever time you get on, yeah.
Correct. So I mean, it's inviting. The game is inviting.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to go through the door all the way yet. So I'll play it and I played it, but I don't see myself continuing this journey.
Yeah, I hear you.
If I could get on the plane and go back, which you can't, I would.
Go back where?
Back to wherever I went before the game started. Because you catch the plane and you go over there like onto the island. If there was a way for me to go backwards, to go get on the plane and go back to where I was coming from, I would.
Oh, okay.
So with that being said, let's talk about these prices, the score for the game.
Okay.
How much would you all recommend somebody pay for this game? How many bells?
I would say $60. I mean, I'm saying I don't know how much it was, honestly.
$60.
Okay, I think that's fully worth it. I mean, but you have to know what you're getting into. I mean, you know what I mean? I wouldn't tell like a regular gamer. I wouldn't say for you to spend $60 because I already know. But I would say, hey, this is the type of game it is. If you like that kind of stuff, it's fully worth full price. Does that make sense? I mean,
yeah. What about you?
I will say I got mine on sale, and I felt like I got it was pretty.
He always trying to add extra.
Yeah, I got mine on sale.
Regardless of how much you paid for it, how much do you think people should pay for it?
Well, what I paid for was $49.99, and I think that's worth it. $49.
Not 52. You wouldn't pay 52 for it?
$49.99.
51.50?
$49.99. Because the thing about this game is this: if you're going to play this, you time management, right? Mm-hmm. You will have to allot yourself enough time to invest in this game.
Yeah.
And if you don't, because I meant to get to this earlier, if you don't have 3 hours to just sit down and play it straight through, come up with a strategy. Maybe chop trees one day for 20, 30 minutes and then do whatever the other daily tasks are. Fish another day. Catch bugs on Wednesday.
Or even you can go chop everything. You can shake all the trees, get all the fruit out. You don't have to pick it up. Just do it and move on.
But people might start complaining about that.
That's true.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, $49.99. You'll enjoy it. But I have a couple friends right now who are enjoying it. I have a couple friends who are still playing. They're just not putting in they're not adding to the 100+ hours that they have already.
Yeah. In
the game, and so they've kind of started to pick up other stuff. So, it's a game cool. It is, and it's Nintendo Switch way. But I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
And it's about the time management. I don't have that time management portion where I want to go and chop down bamboo trees or chop down or shake apple trees. Or I planted 3 orange trees and I planted some other trees. I forgot which ones they were. Peaches. And I have to go and water them. And they gave you the eggplants to do the eggs, so you can go and water them, and they'll have the little water that glistens off the little. Mm-hmm. I'm not about that life, and so
I may have to come to your island and get some peaches.
Okay.
Because I want all the fruit.
So let me jump in and give my score.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you.
Dang.
Dis.
I'm gonna say 35. I'm gonna give it $35. Because what you were saying earlier, and I know you usually don't give scores and prices, but I feel like that's grading on a curve a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics aren't there. They're not great. The mechanics of the way you move around and all that is not there. The point of the game, maybe even the story of the game, is just not there. The direction, like you like to say, what's the direction? Like it's not. It's kind of lacking. Is there a lot of things to do? Can you easily get engulfed in the game and wrapped up in these daily tasks? I feel like it's just a slow build.
Yes.
Oh, you get some oranges, and then the next day, oh, you can get wood, and then it turns into like every day I got to go get all this wood, and I got to get these different types of wood, and I got to get these different types of fruit and these different
And the
types
tree
of bugs,
branches and the stone and the granite.
Now it's just like a whole bunch of different. I don't want to say meaningless, but it's just like I don't know what the end game is here. I don't know what the end result is. Even MMOs, for the most part, it might take you 10 years to get there, but there is some kind of in-game content.
Yeah.
Even with MMOs, it might take you 7.5 years to do it, but it's there, right?
Or, you know, if you chop a tree too long, beehive may fall and sting you.
Yeah.
And you have black eye.
Yeah. Racial.
But hey, just a pro tip.
ANX pro tips.
If you're going to shake the trees,
Shake it.
because things can fall
Shake
out of
it.
trees. Money can fall out of trees and furniture. If you're going to shake
Furniture
it.
fall out of trees?
Every once in a while. I mean, you can get it every day, but you have to shake them. But
Shake
you should
it.
always shake them with a net in your hand because and you should always face the tree, like right on where your back is to the screen. And you shake it. If the bee pops out,
Shake it.
all you have to do is press A. Just keep pressing A, and you'll catch the wasp, and they won't sting you. And those wasps are worth a lot to sell. I feel like $2,500 bells.
Can you say shake the tree one more time?
Shake the tree.
Shake it.
No, and let me add one more thing.
Okay.
I'm not trying. I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to grade on a curve, but this game is kind of different than anything that we've ever really reviewed.
Correct.
So that's why I just want to add a caveat. Like I still would pay $60. I still think that's totally worth it. 65 with tax, but I just want to make sure.
So I'm gonna throw this out at you then, because you know I usually attack him. Now I'm attacking you.
Okay, come with it.
I didn't score Resident Evil 2 as $60. I think I said $80 or something.
Yeah.
So you would pay the same amount for Resident Evil that you would for Animal Crossing.
I would.
You would pay the same amount for Fallout that you would pay for Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
You like what you like.
This, if you haven't noticed, which I know you have,
Shake it.
I play this game probably at least 4 to 5 hours a day.
Oh, I know, because
Yeah.
I can't get on my Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I literally get off work at 4 o'clock, walk right in there and start playing the game. And I usually don't get off till 10. So, and I might stop somewhere in between to like cook dinner.
So, well, let me ask the question a little bit different way. Since I've been watching CNN, I got my interviewing skills, you know, I've been watching CNN. So outside of your personal involvement with the game, as far as how much you may be addicted to it, the price that you are willing to pay for it. So you're saying the game is just as good as Fallout 4? Because you going out, you going out and jumping on it right when you get off work. To me, that says, okay, you like the game and you're addicted to it, but does that mean it's just as good as Fallout 4?
No, it is not as good as Fallout 4. Absolutely not. But I would still pay it for it.
So that means you might pay $100 for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. If somebody was like, if we could go back in time and somebody said,
"Here's a Fallout 4,"
yeah, or here's Animal Crossing,
and it's $100, are you gonna buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because to me it's about
Shake it.
No, it's about I don't want to say quality of life, but it's if this makes you that happy, then it's worth it. And
Okay.
and no matter what game it is, and I loved Fallout 4.
And I guess that's a good way to put it, because the flawed mechanics and graphics and mess in this game does not make me happy. It makes me angry.
Right. And to me, I don't care.
It's like
you notice it, but it's minor.
Yeah. It gets on my nerves that you have to be lined up exactly in
because
this
you get
one.
the cussing. This is a family friendly game.
I do.
Kid game, and you just be in there cussing, dropping F-bombs. So it's like,
Hold on. When you said that you have a ledger,
Yeah.
that totally moved me to the side, because I'll go and I'll sell stuff. And I'll sell stuff. I'm not worried about the price of it. I'm selling stuff just so I can empty my bag.
Yeah.
And my pockets, which is so weird, because if you think about it, where are you putting the fish at? In
Right.
your pockets. Where are you putting butterflies? In your pockets. But when you bring it out, it's all in a nice little case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, now that I know generally how much things are, I just sell it in bulk. I mean, I'll select everything I can sell. But in the beginning, or if I get something new, I'll always check it just by itself, just see how much it is.
I noticed that one day, and I was like, what is she doing?
Which I would think
counting squares.
I would think you would be proud, because I did that on my own. You didn't tell me. You may want to start seeing how much this stuff is.
Didn't I? I don't think I told. I definitely didn't tell you to write it down. But I think we had conversations about that as far as costs.
Well, I'm just saying, I think you can be proud of the strategy outlook that I've taken.
Heck yeah, write it down. Try to win. Do better. Hey, do better. Write down the prices when you get home.
You calm down. You're shaking his screen.
Hey, shake it. Anyway, y'all got anything else before we wrap up?
No.
I know she probably got a whole lot.
I have so much I want to talk about.
Look here.
So
It's the first
you
time.
just be ready, because if when DLC comes out, she gonna want to do another show on it.
I'm like, Terrence, get your game. Somebody else has got to play it, because we know Genesis is not going to.
Well, let me put that. Not that I would, but I can't if I wanted to, because apparently you can only set up one island per Switch.
Oh, really?
That is true. Yep.
So I can't play if I wanted to.
Now you can change the character, and a different character can come to the island, but one island per Switch.
So if you logged in under your account and you logged into Animal Crossing under your Switch account,
I don't know what would happen. He seems like he might know more about what would actually happen.
So what has happened?
All I know is that I can't start like a new game and create another island.
No.
oh,
So he would
$60?
He would just pick up where you left off.
okay,
So
that is not cool.
So maybe that could be a strategy for a household. ANX pro tips. When it's time for Billy to play, he can go out and chop wood.
Billy,
What?
nothing. Little Billy.
Little Billy. And when it's time for little Susie to play, she can do all the fishing. But it's all gonna be on the one island.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Nah, $35. Don't pay no more than $35 for that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's not cool.
And don't get me wrong, most people who have Switches only need that one person. But like me, if my girl wants to play,
Shout out.
she will have to create another account. She can go to the island. She can make her little character, but it'll be my island. So it'll still be the
She have
island.
to get a whole nother Switch and possibly a whole nother game if y'all want to be playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd have to go to her island.
Which another reason why it should only be $35.
Correct.
If you're trying to encourage people to buy stuff in bulk.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
But you play so hard, you're hardcore on this game, so it doesn't matter because you're going to play how you like to play.
Yeah. I like it. It's made me happy.
that's good.
That's good.
It is. It's not bad.
No.
It's not a bad thing. So anyway,
All right.
let's wrap up the show.
Okay.
Okay. So social media thing, real quick. ANX Gamecast. Everywhere. Social media, where you get your favorite podcasts, all that. Just search for ANX Gamecast. You will find us. Video. AVersion TV on YouTube. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. I'm not stealing your thunder.
Okay.
This is our normal. This is the normal. This is what I do, right? Like, follow, subscribe, AVersion TV on YouTube. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we will be doing a really, really cool giveaway. I feel like I wanted to say something else, but take it away.
That's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening to ANX Gamecast. Join us next week where we will have our full Call of Duty Warzone review. See you next time.
Shake it.